This hike, this little adventure. I think it might have just got the best of me this trip. Part of the reason for that was it was very impromptu. Was expecting to go and set up tent in a campground at June Lake. We just happened to check in at the Mono Lake Ranger Station just to see if they had any extra walk-up permits to go backpacking in the Thousand Island Lake region in Ansel Adams Wilderness. Lo and behold, they still had a couple left, so we thought, all right, we'll scratch those plans. We got our permits, we headed out into the wilderness, and let me tell you, I think the best way to sum up this particular trip would be no pain, no gain. I think this might be the first hike, backpacking trip, adventure outdoors that I liked equally as much as I disliked. And I know you're probably wondering, well, why is that, Dave? First of all, and probably the biggest issue that we encountered, and I think it was just for us on this particular weekend, I don't think it's always like this here, was the wind. I have never felt wind like this. It was strong enough that it actually stopped me in my tracks, and I actually had to lower my center of gravity to prevent being blown over on the trail today. The second reason is this hike is very unforgiving. You are either going straight up or you are going straight down. There are very, very few flat spots in between to be had. Right now, my legs are roasted. Everything is very sore. Everything just hurts. My phone at the end of the trip said that we had roughly climbed over 450 floors and we hiked about 27.5 miles. Earlier, you're going to see me do a little bit of a commentary stating that we are going to stay overnight at Thousand Island Lakes. That was actually a little bit false. It was so windy at Thousand Island Lakes, we decided to push a little bit further to Garnett Lake, thinking that it would be a little less windy. The mountains had proven us drastically wrong. It was just as windy, if not more so. Didn't get any sleep. We needed all four hands to try and pack up the tent without it blowing away and taking flight on us. Despite all of the difficulties that came with this trip, I'm happy I had done it. Like any good backpacking trip, you know, always the positives are great views of the mountains. There's more than a fair share of beautiful lakes, even a harvest moon and a beautiful starlit night over Garnett Lake. That's it. Enough said. Let's roll that gorgeous scenic footage. We'll see you on the next adventure.
Echo through the night. The city's an assault on peace of mind. It's always buzzing and never sleeps. Leaves me driving round overcrowded streets in the city of hustle. There's no time to think. Might miss your shot the moment you blink. So we wait for tomorrow like we wait for a drug, and we're hoping this time that the fix will be enough. Then the song over the radio, and I can feel it bringing back all I know. Like a whiz, like a kiss, like a voice to remind me I don't have to fly away tonight. I just need to find a place that I can call mine. You call mine. And I don't need a palace in the sky. I just need to find a place that I can call mine. You call mine. Memories blend like the haze of this town. Makes it hard to breathe or find solid ground. We pace these streets but forget who we are. Lost in the chase, dreams covered in scars. Makes me want go on the tower sometimes. Sell my heart, trade it for nickels and dimes. I could leave it, stop believing, but I feel the wind remind me I don't have to fly away tonight. I just need to find a place that I can call mine. You call mine. And I don't need a palace in the sky. I just need to find a place that I can call mine. Call mine. Oh, 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 oh,
2. We're heading out to Thousand Island Lake today. We're gonna go explore some of the other numerous lakes in the area. Yesterday we set up camp here just shy of Waugh Lake, right next to a very pretty little creek. We're kind of nestled amongst some pine trees, so I'd give this area a solid B+, A-. It's quite pretty. Fingers crossed for a good day too. What's for breakfast this morning, Hannah?
A new oatmeal with raisins and dates and walnuts.
Verdict?
Delicious. A+.
With a piece in my hand and bloodshot eyes, I walk to the water for a last goodbye. He begged so much, it clouded my mind. One thing's clear, the man's gotta die. Might makes right, so he said, when he held all the keys over our head. I lived in that grip, but now he'll learn at the end with the tables turned. Lord, forgive me and take me on down the river where the guilt can't find a red-handed sinner. On where the grave can't cry out, 'cause I done wrong. Down the river with a hand on a Colt and a finger on the trigger, and long before dawn they try to find me. So take me on down. Take me on down. Well, I sank that body by the riverbank, caught a boat south, took off like a hurricane. With spotlights, dogs, yeah, the whole 9 yards. Of breathing down my neck and breathing hard. 2 weeks in a wild chase across the highways, mountains, over 7 states. Found a man at the harbor, said that he could take me across the ocean somewhere far away. Lord, forgive me and take me on down the river where the kids can't find a red-handed sinner. On where the grave can't cry. I done wrong down the river with a hand on a Colt and a finger on the trigger, and long before dawn they try to find me. So take me on down. Take me on down. On the boarding planks now, staring down a barrel at point blank range. I make for the water, jumping off the ledge, but not before I catch two to the chest. Now there's blood and water filling up my lungs. Blood and water filling up my lungs. My heart is beating like a fading drum. Lord, forgive me, here I come. I don't know where I'm going, but I don't want to know. A predictable life is not what I want. Putting one foot down, one step at a time. Let the road turn, that's just fine. People ask all the questions to box you in, to classify your life with the stroke of a pen. Take those old rules, crumple them and throw them out. We're burning that box right now. Mold breakers, movers and shakers, don't ever silence your voice. Dream makers, risk takers, don't ever silence your voice. If you think you were made just to blend right in, to avoid big mistakes or to tally your sins, you might get to the end doing nothing wrong, to find you never lived at all. Mold breakers, movers and shakers, silence your voice. Dream makers, risk takers. Don't ever silence your voice. Take them all back now. Compromises were made, so we'll never fall. Fear disguises being realistic. Yeah, we're stepping out of the shadows. Bone breakers, movers and shakers. To all the high stage players, don't ever silence your voice. Dream makers, risk takers. Don't ever silence your voice. Oh, 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 breakers, movers and shakers. Don't ever silence your voice. Dream makers, risk takers. Don't ever silence your voice. I said don't ever silence your voice. So don't ever silence your voice.